I'm going to move the camera to somewhere I can sit down and have a talk. And maybe I should turn off the heater too so it doesn't interfere. Hi there, thanks so much for coming to my channel and being part of my millennial life. This is going to be a very quick vlog for the weekend. I just put out my video just to provide my own commentary, thoughts on the inauguration and state of our country, and it is a political video. I'm curious as to how it will do, and I also wanted to address a few things that I felt like I didn't convey well enough. Let me know in the comments if I did or didn't, but I hope my position or attitude or belief about the illegal immigrant deportation is pretty clear. I think it's inhumane and the absolutely wrong thing to do. We're ripping a page from history that we should look and cast upon with such antipathy, but we have brought it here in the 21st century. I would think that we had evolved to a place where we look upon like the mass incarceration, mass deportation, and targeting a specific race of people, regardless of their immigration status or citizenship status, as something as degenerate as like medieval torture mechanisms or methods. But here we are. The reason why I felt really compelled to make that is because I saw on a subreddit that there are border patrol and federal agencies like dotted across the city where I live, and so they are active. I also had a phone conversation a few nights ago with a good friend of mine, one of my best friends. I consider him one of my best friends, and he used to be a former direct report of mine. We talked because we want to talk about what's going on in our country, and he is in a situation where some of the executive actions and policy decisions that Trump has made is directly impacting his family and also his boss. Basically, people very close to him and in effect me are feeling direct endangerment to their safety and well-being. So they have to now live in a heightened state of paranoia and alertness. And I find it to be absolutely grotesque, scary, and really aggravating. That's why I've been a lot more active in the past month of researching and being like, I gotta do something. I reached out to a local food pantry to see if I can volunteer once a week. And also I've been researching different organizations where I felt like I need to give back to my community somehow. And also be the little drop of water in the sea of change somehow, right? Trust me, I feel like, oh my God, what can I do? I wanna do something big, but realize that, hey, it's okay if we're all little Davids fighting against a Goliath. It's not lost on me that we have come full form, a full manifestation of an oligarchy, seeing the inauguration where President Trump was encircled with a cadre. How do you say that? C-A-D-R-E? In French, it's cadre of billionaires. And I think that is a strongest signal to tell you that they are the first and foremost people that's going to be prioritized. And when Trump says, put Americans first, I think there's an ellipsis there. He means put Americans first to the breadline, to the pathway to destitution. That's honestly what I think he means. I want to be able to attract people who by default show compassion and humanity to people who are underrepresented, regularly get their voices smothered by those in power and those whose lives are directly and very imminently in danger. I hope that was what I could convey in the last video. Let me know if you happen to watch the last video and if it felt like I was a little bit off the mark, because that's not my intention. I just think that it doesn't cost much to be compassionate. It's easier to be kind, and it's cost-free to be civil and just kind. If tables were turned is the prompt that I like to evaluate a lot of the things that I see politically happening and impacting people on a small to large scale. Is if tables were turned, would I be in a position to garner or deserving of sympathy, mercy, and grace? And so therefore, if my actions now do not warrant that kind of kindness, that level of kindness, then I'm not doing something right. I'm on the wrong side of the coin on the issue. I'm on the wrong side of history. In other news, I trapped the wrong cat last night, and it's been regularly well below 25 degrees every night for like the past 8 weeks. Last night was no exception. It was hovering probably around 24, 25 Fahrenheit, which is what maybe -6 Celsius. So I did have a blanket. This is a self-heating blanket that turns very hot. I wrapped this around the trap. And unfortunately, it's not the cat that I wanted to trap. It's another stray cat who is an unfixed tomboy. And poor thing was in there like overnight while I was asleep. Yeah, I think by tomorrow, if I don't catch the cat that I caught the previous weekend with the neglectful owners, I have to call it quits. I'm gonna text him, let him know what I did, I don't know why he's not coming in a trap, but probably because he already had trauma from the first experience of being trapped and encased like that for like 3 hours. And I live in an apartment with more cats than I am allowed to have. So I'm not in a position where I can take in another cat, even if I wanted to. If I had a house with my name on a deed, that would be a different story. I have to move on with my life, and there are too many things going on. I had a wonderful afternoon spent with my scene partner, who is incredibly talented. We did a dry read in a coffee shop with our scene from Being John Malkovich. It's hilarious. That was really fun. And we're gonna rehearse again before our class on Tuesday nights. And of course, I do have an interview to prep for. I have identified 6 use cases. I think I'm gonna throw in 2 more just to have in the back pocket. And I'm going to probably spend 90 minutes over the weekend, like scatter it out to quiz myself with interview questions. And I also had a good conversation with my boss a few days ago, and also texted her this morning, and she's happy for me. She's going to be one of my references. And I love that, she reminded me, you're technically still part of the company until mid-February. You're still in our systems and everything. So make sure that you say that your last day is in mid-February. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, just amazing people in my life I'm really grateful for. And it's like they're all on the same wavelength, or like there's just a synchronicity happening, because like a couple Friday mornings ago, I had 3 text messages from 3 different individuals. One, a former skip level manager of a lateral department. She texted me before 7 a.m. as did my last boss. She texted me before 7 a.m. And then my best friend texted me like at 7:30 a.m. I was just like, what is this? Yeah, it was good to connect with all of them. And then, of course, I got a call from one of my dearest friends and my former direct report just a few days ago, 2-3 days ago. I feel so incredibly blessed to have the network of people in my life that I do. And this is going to be a period of time where it's absolutely critical for us to touch base with those who we care about, who are in our vicinity. And I find that it's going to be paramount for all of us in terms of ensuring connection and protection and support more so than ever. So I hope that you're putting in effort to try to build on your existing friendships and or building new friendships, because it's going to be really important, I think. We are entering some very uncharted territory for the 21st century. It feels like a repeat of history, but it is in a way a new iteration, because it's in a completely different type of environment that hadn't existed in history before. With that, to all the good-hearted, decent people, you have my love and support, and let's support each other. I don't care if you have hot takes. That's on the opposite end of the spectrum to what I believe in. As long as you're not directly threatening the lives of others or grave harm to others, you know what? I respect your opinion, and it's important that you have the right to express them. And I hope that you can extend the same grace and understanding of our constitutional rights to me. It's mutual. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe to help me with the algorithm. Take care. Bye.